teach children to express their thoughts fearlessly and to accept or reject at will all ideas of others, reserving to themselves always the privilege of relying upon their own judgments. Yo, my name is the Sage, Dijon, Divine, whichever. This is Trinity Part III. Jesus isn't real. And for people of color to get out of the mental shackles that they are in, we are going to have to leave religion behind. They have an epic plan to distract and destroy the woman. They have an epic plan to distract and destroy the man. Then they have an epic plan to pin the man and the woman against each other. And then the seed, the child, suffers because of that. And this is where we're at, part 3 of the Trinity. So, children have pretty shitty role models nowadays. Actually, before I even get into that, do you know what allegory means? If you don't know what allegory means, pause the video and go look it up. Because without the definition of allegory, all that Bible talk kind of goes out the window. But yes, children don't have the greatest role models. For when it comes to men, they have all these rappers and entertainers, and that is the cycle, the perpetuating cycle that these young boys grew up to be like their fathers, because their fathers grew up to be like these niggas on the radio. Stereotype. Degrade women, chase dollar signs, chase sex, chase fast cars, chase all that. Taking away the man from his purpose. Taking away the black man from his purpose, which is to build kingdoms and tribes. To take away him from his purpose to build kingdoms and tribes and to progress his self and his nation further onward. And these young women out here only they have Euphoria, WAP, Cardi B, anything about how wet they pussy is, these women love it. Anything to get them away from their purpose. Fell straight victim to beauty and will chase beauty to the end of time. And now the children have to suffer because who do they got to look up to? Who do the children have to look up to? Nicki Minaj? Cardi B? The baby? Who? Who do they want to be like? We have a visitor. What's up, love? You okay? How you doing, dude? But like I was saying, these children are lost. We pump them up with drugs, then wonder why they can't get off of drugs. Stay with the aspirin, stay with the Tylenol, stay with the ibuprofen. And best of yet, because of how the world works and how we perpetuate this feeling of no hope, we go straight to Jesus, which traps us in this matrix. Don't teach your kids, listen. Easter Bunny's not real, Santa's not real, and Jesus is not real. Those 3 things are not real. And the most crucial one that'll get you out of this trap is Jesus. That religion, that man, it's not even real. Like I said, allegory. Once you understand what allegory means, when they use the word Jesus, when they use the word God, those terms are a disguise for figuratively speaking, or a figurative narrative under the guise of something else that is not mentioned, but similar to. So you really don't know what they're talking about. You really have no idea what they're talking about. And besides the fact that the entire book and the religion tells you to not bet on yourself, but to bet on something else, you don't need to bet on yourself. Believe in yourself. You don't need to bet on anything outside of yourself. Believe and bet on yourself. Know. Walk in knowing. Our people used to be so great. I hear all this stuff about how people of color, the so-called black man, the so-called black woman used to be so great. We used to have all these dynasties. We used to have all of this precious stuff. But somehow we lost all of that. Somehow we fell into hope. And hope is like the lowest form. Like, hope is filled with so much doubt. There's no reason to hope. Our people didn't hope to get all these great things done. Yes, sorry about that. Our people didn't walk in hope. Our people didn't do. That's such a low. You don't get things done like that. You don't get things done like that. You don't go to a job interview and hope they call you back. Because that's telling the universe that the option of it not happening is okay too. That's also okay. I hope I get this call back is really saying that I don't mind not getting this call back. Walk in knowing. Know things are going to happen. You ever, most of the time when I hear people, when things happen, they'll say, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Or I knew, yeah, and isn't that why that happened? Because you knew it was going to happen? And so it did. But when you hope, you leave the door open. You leave the door open when you hope. You leave the door open for the option of your manifestation not going through. And this is where all of us start hoping and praying. Save yourself. Save yourself. The movement, Move with Peace, we're still here to, I'm still here to teach men until they are two lights to teach others. And for our people, for our people to elevate and go beyond and to go farther, and for our children to stop being duped, and for our black men to stop being duped, and for our black women to stop being duped, we need to get out of all of their teachings. Get out of that book. We have to get out of that book. The chains will not leave until we let go of Jesus and God. Our people do not need that. We are so powerful within we are extremely. Do you not know what you are capable of doing? Like, I'm just confused. Like, do you not know all of the things that you are capable of doing that you just throw off to Jesus because he's perfect and he wrote it in the book? Man, it's whack, okay? It's whack. I'm not going to get on here and just keep dissing it because, trust me, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That might be where the podcast need to come into. But the Trinity is being destroyed in front of our faces. Not everybody's going to be able to see it because the veil of night is over our eyes. And because the veil of night is over our eyes, The agent matrix bots are going to come to here and they're going to, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the matrix agent bots who aren't going to get off of Jesus's lap. I'm talking to the people who get it. I'm talking to the people who are in the middle with it or on the edge, who have been questioning, because you know they tell you not to question. Yeah, we need to get out of there. Quick, ASAP. ASAP. Jesus is going to be our downfall. I'm telling you, Jesus is going to be our downfall. We don't need our kids sitting here waiting for no savior. Teach your kids to be their own savior. Save yourself. Save yourself.